Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today is a Thursday. I think last video I filmed on a Thursday as well. Very interesting. Anyway, today is Thursday, the sun is shining. It's a beautiful day here in the UK. It's actually, let me see, I think today is like 30 degrees, it's crazy. 25, it feels like 30 though. I'm in my closet. As usual, this is where I usually film my videos. But it's so warm in here, guys, you have no idea. I think it's actually 30 degrees inside this closet. I don't know, I feel so warm. Anyway, I wanted to start filming for you because as usual, I do start my full-time job on the weekends, which is not very nice, I know, but yeah, so I have to film during the week. And today is really warm. I put on this beautiful dress, this short sleeve dress by All Saints. It's animal print, one of my favorite, if not my favorite print ever. It's very short. And I feel really comfortable with it. It's quite loose and it's like this silky viscose fabric, really comfy and loose. I'm also wearing this beautiful Roberto Cavalli pendant. If you guys follow me here, you have seen it. My FENDI hoops, and I put on this beautiful also animal print headband. This one is from Alexandre de Paris, and I'm wearing my usual rings. This is the outfit. I don't have any shoes on because it's too warm, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to finish the video here on the closet. I do like the backdrop. Obviously I can see my shoes and my bags and my clothes, and that's why I like filming here. But it's so warm, guys, so warm. Anyway, I have a full face of makeup. I know it's very warm to wear all of this makeup, but you know what? I like to put my face on to give me a little bit of motivation for the day. So if I do my makeup, I do feel a little bit better. I don't know if you guys have the same experience, but I feel put together, I feel prettier, and I feel it's easier for me to start filming and start going about my day. So that's what I did today. As you guys have seen from the title of this video today, I wanted to chat with you guys about my health journey. I have a series here on my YouTube channel about my endometriosis. I have a chronic illness which is endometriosis, and I've been, you know, making a few videos about that and explaining to you guys, and I'll leave them linked above for you if you want to take a look. By the way, my name is Clara, if you don't follow me here and if you are new here, and I do weekly videos about fashion and beauty and sometimes lifestyle, and this one specifically, it will be part of a series that I was just talking about, so about my health, my endometriosis. And if you guys are watching this for the first time, if you're curious about endometriosis, about the Mirena coil, about the pill, all of that, and all the symptoms and pro and cons, I also did a laparoscopy, all of that, do check out the videos on the series because they are really, you will understand a little bit better about what I'm going to talk to you about today. So yeah, today I wanted to come and chat with you because on my last video of that series, it was about my Mirena experience, pros and cons, and I did talk to you about a little bit. I didn't really went too deep, to be honest, about the Mirena, because when I filmed that video I had the Mirena for only 1 month and a week, I think. And yeah, I didn't have all the symptoms yet. I didn't know exactly what I felt about it. It was just the first symptoms, the first impression, which is also important, obviously, if you are going through that. And I did promise at the end of the video that I would come back to you guys and I would film a video all about the after and how I'm doing. And yeah, I have endometriosis. I'm just going to explain it really quickly. I was diagnosed 2 years ago. And ever since I've been treated by different doctors, some of them really good, some of them were not that good. I don't want to say bad things, but obviously they weren't that good. And I had the laparoscopy, and then after the laparoscopy I was diagnosed with endometriosis. And it's a severe endometriosis. I have cysts, chocolate ones, and I'm not gonna, you know, explain all of that because if you have endometriosis you probably know what they are. And yeah, endometriosis is an illness which is chronic, and it will stay with me forever. And yeah, the symptoms are not very pleasant. I'll just give you a few quick ones. So usually you have very strong pain in your periods, bloated belly, constipation, pain in your belly, in your back, everywhere. You feel really tired all the time, and that's basically it, the main symptoms. But the worst one is the pain in the periods. So after the laparoscopy, I was told by my doctor, not the first doctor, but the second doctor, which is specialist, that Mirena Coil, the intrauterine device, IUD, yeah, it's very helpful for the endometriosis because it does help to thin out the lining of the womb, which the endometriosis creates a thicker lining of the womb, and that creates the symptoms on all of the pain, all of that. So yeah, I was told by my doctor, I think I'm already sweating, guys. I was told by my doctor that, yeah, the Mirena is a very good device. You only have to have it changed every 5 years. So yeah, I went and did it. And this was the 30, I wrote it down because I have a little diary here where I write everything. So yeah, so that was the 30th June of last year, 2022. And it's going to be a year now. Today is the 15th of June, so it's still not a full year, but it's almost a year. And that's why I wanted to come in and talk to you about that. And yeah, let you know what happened. So when I first put the Mirena on, I was really hopeful, although I had my doubts. And if you want to check it out, you can see that video, and I'll tell you about all of my doubts. I saw so many YouTube videos about the Mirena, and lots of them, I would say the majority of them, were very negative. They were saying that the Mirena was the horrible experience, didn't bring anything good, and obviously, you know, I was aware of that when I accepted to have the Mirena put in. But I was still like hopeful because my doctor said every case is a different case, so you never know, you might get on really well with it. So yeah, I did the Mirena, and as I said on the previous video, I had a little bit of pain just the days after, nothing too bad. And then after a month, that's when I filmed that video, I started having a few symptoms. And those were mainly, just let me double check, I had that written down, because this was a year ago, guys. Yeah, so the first big symptom that I noticed that I've never had before was anxiety. I had loads of anxiety, like strong anxiety that came with palpitations. I had palpitations every day, very strong anxiety. I felt that my heart was like bursting out of my chest. I was anxious every single day, sometimes the whole day, other times like at different times of the day, but it was constant ever since I put the Mirena on. So that was the main thing. And then the second thing was the bloating, a massive bloating. Obviously, before the Mirena, I already had bloating because the endometriosis is something that also brings along digestive problems. So I had bloating and constipation before, but this was like really big bloating, like a massive bloating. And yeah, I think those were the two main things that I had. Along with the anxiety, I also had panic attacks. And the panic attacks started to be not very strong, and then as time went along, I had more. So this was the first month, and a month and 1 week. And then I was told by the doctor that I should wait 6 months to see if my body would adapt, even though I had symptoms. He said, yeah, just let's wait. If you can wait, please wait 6 months, because sometimes the body takes around 6 months to adapt to the new medication. And that's what I did, guys. I waited 6 months. And by, I think it was December, I couldn't wait anymore. And my anxiety was through the roof. It was the worst anxiety I've ever felt in my life. I felt horrible. And I had a few episodes of anxiety in the past, a long time ago, but this was nothing compared. I had anxiety that I think would develop into depression if I didn't had taken measures. So yeah, it was horrible. I can't really explain to you how bad it was, but every single day I had extreme anxiety, severe panic attacks. I would say once a week I had a panic attack that didn't have any cause at all. It was hormonal. I could feel it was hormonal. I did a consultation with my GP, which was not the same doctor that I was seeing. I did with the GP, because obviously this doctor was a specialist and I had to wait like 5 months for an appointment. So I was so desperate with the anxiety that I went to the GP, and I didn't have the best experience. So I'm over 40, and she immediately looked at me and said, well, it's not a Mirena, you are over 40, it's probably a perimenopause symptoms, you are getting your menopause, you're getting close to it. And I was very, you know, not upset, but I was a bit surprised, because I've always had my period. I've never had, like, I never missed a period, I've never had hot flashes, I've never had any of those symptoms that you associate with the perimenopause. And I really went and looked into the subject, just because I didn't really know much about it. So I went into the subject, I read lots about it, and yeah, I was not very satisfied with that appointment. Anyway, I came out of the appointment and it didn't help me at all. So I tried, you know, so many things for the anxiety. I tried exercising every day. I tried doing a healthy diet. I tried going out more with my friends. Nothing worked, guys. And this was the full 6 months. It was horrendous. Panic attacks. I had missed work because I couldn't operate as normal, and it was really bad for me. Jean was super worried. Jean is my husband, and he was so worried. He said, we need to do something because you're not well and this is going worse and worse. And I can honestly say this was one of the worst moments of my life, honestly. And not only with the anxiety, I had the anxiety, the palpitations, the panic attacks. I also had gain weight. I didn't notice at the beginning because I was exercising and I was eating well, but I started gaining weight very slowly, and yeah, and that was another thing. And I noticed also that my bloating was getting worse and worse and worse. Obviously, I think that with the anxiety, the stress of the situation, I was also, it was also not helping. My constipation was worse than ever. So in the end, the Mirena only helped me with the pain in my periods, which I have to say was the worst symptom I had with my endometriosis. But yeah, guys, it wasn't good. It wasn't good. I was so not myself throughout these 6 months. And when it came to December, I did an appointment. No, I'm sorry. And when it came to November, I was so desperate that I can't believe I'm telling you this, but I did try to remove it myself, the Mirena. I did try because I was so desperate. I couldn't stand it anymore. I had the anxiety, all of the other symptoms, and I couldn't wait to not have it. And I was absolutely sure it was the Mirena, the hormones, because all of these symptoms came exactly from the first day I had it in. So I knew it, I felt it. And although the doctor at the GP told me, no, it's not the Mirena, and she even said, there's not many women who have this. It's really rare that the Mirena causes them anxiety, which is strange, guys, because I went online on YouTube here and I saw so many videos of women complaining about this. So I was like, how is it possible? Anyway, yeah, so I tried to remove it myself and I couldn't. I did try. I watched a lot of videos on how to do it and I couldn't. Which maybe now thinking about it, it was a good thing, because obviously I'm not qualified. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nurse. I don't really know how to do it. I was just like desperate. And that's when I booked an appointment in the hospital to remove my Mirena. And in December, I don't remember the day, but it was, I would say, beginning of December last year, I removed my Mirena. So it's been, I would say, almost 6 months now, and I removed the Mirena, and on that day, I felt like a huge, massive weight coming out of my shoulders, because I knew, I mean, it would get better. So the doctor who removed the Mirena on that day was a bit worried about letting me take it cold turkey, because obviously I have the endometriosis, so she was worried. And she thought, okay, maybe we could try the pill, the progesterone pill. And she went and spoke with other doctors, and they all agreed that this would probably be the best for me and not stop the hormonal treatment straight away. So the Mirena releases hormones, and I would be like cold turkey from that day on, no more hormones. So she thought that maybe the pill, which is a lower dosage of that hormone, which is the progesterone, would help me. not to go cold turkey, if that makes sense. So that's what I did. I started taking a pill. I think it's the mini pill. To be honest, I think it's the mini pill. It's called the Sorel. I also took the Zoletta, and they're all progesterone 75 milligrams. So that's what I took. I took different brands because, you know, every time I went to my GP to grab it, they had a different brand. It was always sold out, the one I was used to, so I changed a few times on the pill. So yeah, I started taking the pill, and immediately, guys, immediately my anxiety went from 99% to 50%, I would say. Immediately. I would say this was like 1-2 days, I already noticed a massive difference. So that was amazing. And yeah, I started with the pill. In the beginning, first week, second week, I noticed the decrease in the anxiety, so I was super happy. I didn't have any more panic attacks, which was amazing. I can't tell you the relief I felt that I was not in perimenopause, like I was told, and this was only like provoked by the high hormone dose by the Mirena. And yeah, I felt much better. Although things were good for a while, and they started getting a bit strange after a few months. So I would say, so in December I started the pill. January I've had put on 1 kilo, which is, I would say, it's difficult to explain to you guys, maybe a third of a stone, maybe a bit less. So I put on weight slightly, even more than I had before with the Mirena. I did put weight with the Mirena, and I started getting more weight, and my belly was getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and like bloated, and constipation worse. And I also noticed that my hair was really dry. I've never had dry hair. My hair is very, I would say, greasy. I have to wash it every day because otherwise it gets really, really greasy. And now my hair was like lasting a full week, really dry. I wouldn't have to wash it. My skin was very dry. My skin usually is like a normal combination skin. So yeah, that was really strange. And I had constipation, full-on constipation, even worse. The bloating, let me see what I wrote as well. Oh, and one of the main, I'm checking my my little diary because I always write down everything that's happening. I also had pain sometimes, I think towards the time of my period every month. I didn't have my period because the pill stopped the period completely, but I had pain. And I also had extreme fatigue. I mean extreme, to the point of I wake up tired. I have my breakfast, do something, and then after lunch I feel I need to lie down. I've never took naps in my life, guys, and this was like extreme fatigue, which is still with me. So yeah, the pill really helped with the anxiety. Well, going off Mirena and starting the pill helped with the anxiety and helped with the panic attacks, but the other symptoms were the same, maybe a bit worse. And I was a bit surprised because I thought, well, the Mirena is a higher dose of the estrogen, so why would I be worse with the other symptoms? I don't know. But now has been 6 months, guys, and the main thing that I wanted to tell you about is that I stopped the pill, and I decided to do it, and I will explain to you guys. So I stopped the pill, let me check, because I wrote it down. I stopped the pill on the... Oh, sorry, I'm just looking through. The 16th of May. So today is the 15th of June. So it's almost a month, and I stopped the pill because I was having symptoms that were worse. So sorry, I think I'm getting a bit confused now, but the way I'm explaining to you. So I stopped it almost a month ago. And why did I do it? Because throughout December up to May, well, after I stopped the pill, the Mirena, and I started taking the pill, my weight has skyrocketed. I mean, skyrocketed, guys. I think I gained a full a full, sorry, I have to read it because now I'm getting nervous. I gained a full stone. A stone, guys. So that's in kilos, 6 kilos with the pill. So 6 kilos. I gained a little bit with the Mirena, but it was, I would say, a kilo, maybe a third or a bit less than a stone with the Mirena. But when I swapped to the pill, I gained so much more weight, guys. A stone. So I went up on my dress size, almost 2 dress size, if I'm being honest. And my belly was bigger than ever. I'll put some pictures in here so that you guys can see the difference on the bloating and exactly what I mean when my belly was bigger. And I got huge, immense bloating. I gained a stone. I got constipation back again. So when I was with the Mirena was I was slightly constipated, but I put it, I could, you know, control it slightly. But with the pill, I was constipated constantly. I had to take tablets for constipation. I took everything I could find to get better with the bloating and the constipation. I took probiotics, I took everything. Nothing was working, guys. So, like I said, a stone in weight gain, bloating, constipation, and now that it's been a month after I stopped it, my anxiety has came back. But I think that's because I stopped it, so my body is readjusting. So during the time I had the pill on, I gained weight, I was massively bloated, my constipation was worse than ever, and my skin was dry. I had a few episodes of hot flashes, but I don't know really if it's related to the pill, but I think it is. I had night sweats. I had very, very dry skin and hair. I didn't have any acne because I think some people have more tendency to have oily problems, like oily skin, which is acne and hair, and other people have like dry skin and dry hair. So I was one of the dry skin, dry hair, dry everything people. So all of those symptoms with the pill, guys. And the only plus was that I was not having my period, and I didn't have pain in my periods, which obviously, having endometriosis, it's a good thing. It's a good thing, I have to admit. But after all these, guys, this, gain weight, all of this was throughout December through May, I started working out so much. I did a diet, a very strong diet, a very restrictive diet, where I would almost have no carbs, and which I did before. That diet I did before a few years ago, I would say 5 years ago. When I did that diet previously, this was previous Mirena, I lost 3 stone, guys, 3 stone. So it's like a very strict diet, if you get my what I mean. And now I did that diet, I exercised. I mean, I was so good, and I didn't lose 100 grams. So I'm just gonna leave it there. I couldn't lose weight at all, and I can't tell you how frustrated and hopeless I felt, because I mean, I know it's just weight and you're still the same person, and it doesn't really matter, and if you're okay, if you're feeling well, but I wasn't. I was constipated, I had bloating, I gained lots of weight, none of my clothes fit me. Some of the clothes that fit me, I couldn't fit them around my waist, so I mainly gained weight around my waist, in my belly. So even the clothes that I bought, which were bigger, the sizes bigger for my gain weight, sometimes I couldn't even fasten trousers depending on the day, and I felt hopeless that my weight was not gonna stop getting getting higher, and I couldn't wear anything, and all of the clothes I have in my closet, I couldn't wear them. I am still a little bit feeling like I couldn't control my body, and that was the main thing I wanted to tell you. When I went on the pill, I felt I couldn't control my body at all. It didn't matter how much I exercised, how much diet I did. if I didn't eat anything, I wouldn't lose any weight. I wouldn't feel less bloated. I wouldn't feel less constipated. And guys, it got to a point where I had to stop, and I stopped the pill a month ago because I couldn't stand it anymore. And you know, a pill is a hormone treatment like the Mirena, and it's funny because when I was given the pill, I was not told anything about what are the cons, what could happen, especially me not being 20 anymore. So what could happen when I take the pill? Nothing at all. Which was very similar to when I was prescribed the Mirena. Nobody really went very in deep with me, the doctors, about what could happen, what would be the side effects, so that I would have like a decision where I knew exactly what was going to happen to me, possibly. So when it was the Mirena, when I was given the Mirena, I did research, but to be honest with you, I had no idea. I had no idea. Even after watching the videos on YouTube, I had no idea. I thought, I'm gonna be okay. I'm healthy. You know, my weight is okay. I'm a normal weight, so it will be okay. And it wasn't. It was, I can honestly say, the worst decision I've ever done health-wise. The worst decision I've ever done, and I don't recommend it to anyone. And if you guys are really decided on having it, I would read and read and read and investigate and watch videos and watch shows and series about it, if there is any. To be honest, I don't know, probably there isn't. And yeah, I don't recommend it to anyone. And then when I went on the pill, again, lots of symptoms, lots of weight gain, especially with my age. My metabolism is not as quick anymore, and obviously it's harder to lose weight. And I didn't really thought about that. I thought, you know, it'll be all right. Nobody really told me, beware, this might happen or that might happen. Do you really want to do it? Because honestly, if I've been told, I wouldn't have taken the pill at all. And I know that I'm here doing a video about endometriosis, about pain in my periods, and those medications really took the pain of my periods. But I mean, I want to not have pain in my periods, but on the other hand, I don't want extreme anxiety that will put me into a depression and palpitations and weight gain up to a stone or more, and not feeling that I can control my body, etc, 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 etc. So I took one bad thing and I gained a lot of different bad ones as well. So I removed one problem and I gained so many others, guys, and it's not worth it. For me, it was not worth it. There's so many ways, if you're thinking of going on the pill, there's so many ways of doing your birth control with other ways. You don't have to go on the pill. If you're unsure, if you're not 20 anymore, or if you are 20 but you're unsure about it, you're unsure about hormonal treatments, just read a lot about it. Do your research. I have to say that I should have done it and I didn't, and it was my fault. And yeah. Anyway, this is my opinion. Obviously, this is just my opinion. I'm not a doctor, guys, and this was my experience, and I wanted to tell you because I don't think women are told enough about these things. We are treated like, yeah, you need birth control, here's the pill. You need a treatment for endometriosis, here's the Mirena. Nobody really tells you what's going to happen with your body, how are you going to feel, you're going to have anxiety. Nobody will tell you that. It will be okay, you'll be fine, you're different. And it's not true. So yeah, I will just say, take control of your own life, of your own health, and just research and be completely sure if you want to do that. And to be honest with you, I have really strong pain in my periods, but I'm willing to go back to that suffering so that I won't have the other, like anxiety and other symptoms that were constant, while the pains and all of that were more in my period time. Obviously, I had pain almost, you know, very frequently, I would say, but yes, I don't want to go through that again. I don't recommend it. Possibly I will look into another treatment for my endometriosis, which obviously needs to be treated. But yeah, I don't recommend the pill or the Mirena. And yeah, So I stopped the pill. I just wanted to talk a little bit about that. I stopped the pill about almost a month. It's not a month yet, but my period hasn't come back, and that makes me a little bit nervous, but I know that sometimes it can take up to 6 months to come back. So yeah, I'm waiting. It hasn't come back. On the first few days I had pain in my belly, like my period was coming back, but it didn't. And what have I noticed? My anxiety has come back a little bit, and I think it's because of the going cold turkey on the pill. I also went cold turkey on the pill. I didn't finish the box, so I just stopped it one day to the other, and I decided to do it because I couldn't continue. So yeah. I noticed the anxiety. I noticed the dry skin and hair is still there. I noticed the bloating has gone better. And I noticed the constipation has gone better, which is amazing. And I also lost a little bit of weight. It's just 1 kilo. Again, it's not a lot. And if you think about stone, it's just like, I would say 1/4, 1/5 of a stone. I don't really know how to explain it better, because I was teached kilos, not stone. But yeah, I lost a kilo, which is not a lot, but I mean, it's been a month, and I feel much better, guys. I feel that my body is still recovering from the hormones, and I've read and I watched a few videos where people are told that it can take up to 6 months for the whole hormone treatment to get off of your system. So yeah, I think at the 6-month mark I will be feeling much better, because I already noticed my bloating is better, my constipation is better, and I have a bit of anxiety, but my weight has gone down with no changes. I didn't went back to the diet. I'm just eating normally now. So guys, it's a massive difference I feel in myself. I feel that I'm getting back my body, if that makes sense. Although I don't have my period yet, and that is worrying me. That is worrying me a lot, but that will be probably to another video. Today I just wanted to talk about Mirena and the pill, and what I really think about those birth control and Mirena as a treatment for endometriosis, and as also birth control, because lots of people use it as a birth control. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say today. My experience is not a good one, is a negative one, and I wanted to be honest and transparent with you guys, because I think, you know, we should be having each other's backs, especially as women. There is not much information out there, almost none. And I know that if that's because we are women, sorry, I don't really want to go into that, but I think there's a lot of research that needs to be done in women's health, and it hasn't been done yet, and it needs to be done, and doctors need to be more aware and more I don't know the word now, but they have to be a bit careful when they prescribe these sorts of things, and they should tell patients, just here's the paperwork here's the information about the Mirena, here's information about the birth control pill, just go and check it out, read it, and make sure you are 100% on it before we decide. Because usually, you know, these things are decided in the consultation. In that moment, you have to tell me now, do you want the pill, do you want the Mirena? And I have no idea what the Mirena is. If I haven't had it before, if my friend hasn't had it before, I have no idea what I'm getting myself into, guys. No idea. And with the birth control is even worse, because sometimes you go on birth control when you're 16, and it's the first thing you do as a birth control method, and then you gain weight, but you think, oh, it's my body, I'm like this. And it's so frustrating for me, because, you know, it's not your body, you're not like that, and the anxiety, it's not you. I mean, these things make a massive change in your body and your emotions and how you feel, and in your weight and in everything, and your mental health, which is something that I struggle so much since I put the Mirena. And guys, I don't have time in this video to explain to you how much it affected me, and it still is affecting me. I can honestly say I think about this every single day. Not one day goes by. I could be at work the whole day, or I could be having fun with my husband the whole day, but I still think about this. And it's horrible that you can't really lose yourself for a second. You're still thinking about this, about the weight, about the bloating, about your period, about all of this when I should be like, you know, enjoying my life. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say to you today. I know this is a different type of video. If you follow me here, I usually talk about fashion, beauty, lifestyle, and this is a different type, but I know the majority of you who watch me are women, and this is, for me at least, it's a very important subject for women. And also for men, you know, you have your girlfriend, you have your partner, your wife, your friends, and I think it's also important for men to be aware of these things, of these subjects, and how we get, like why are we emotional sometimes, or why are we, you know, going through stuff, or why we're always concerned about our weight. And yeah, I think it's important to talk about these things as well, not only talk about, you know, fashion, beauty, which are my loves. I even have a tattoo of fashion in my arm. I don't know if I can show you. There you go, fashion. But yeah, I really think it's important, and I wanted to put it out there. This has been now a month since I stopped the pill, and I wanted to just, you know, like let you know what's going on. And it's been a long time since I did the previous video about the Mirena, but I wanted to continue the series because I think it's really important for you guys to know what my experience was, if you have been prescribed the same thing, if you have endometriosis, or if you're considering the Mirena for a birth control or the pill. Yeah, this was my experience. Obviously not everyone has the same experience, and I do hope if you have those treatments that you feel well and if you are okay. But yeah, this was how I got on with it. And yeah, I wanted to come on and just chat with you guys. I'm gonna have a bit of water because I'm thirsty. And yeah, this was the video for today. I would ask you a big favor, if you watched until now, I hope you did, do comment down below, let me know what is your experience with the pill, if you've ever been on the pill. I know lots of you probably have. What's your experience with the Mirena or any other IUD? I know there is also the copper coil, and let me know. And also, if you had been on the pill and you had any symptoms like I did, let me know how long did you have them for, because honestly, any support you guys can give me, it makes a massive difference. I feel very alone in this, honestly, because I know, you know, I speak with my friends and some of them have been on the pill, others haven't, but they have been on the pill years ago when they were a little bit younger. So it's a bit different when you get older and the symptoms get a bit different. So yeah, I wanted your opinion on that. If you watched until now, do leave me an emoji. It could be any emoji you would like, but yeah, just let me know you watched the whole thing. If you like this video, do let me know, and I can do another one in another 6 months, just to let you know how. So after 6 months, all of the hormones will be out of my body, so I can let you know exactly what happened, how long it took for my period to come back, and all of that. And yeah, guys, do comment below if you're interested, or if you can. I hope you like this video. If you can, do please subscribe. It does help me a lot here on my channel, and give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. And I'll be back Sunday at 7 p.m. as usual. Until then, I love you so much, and I'll see you later.